So what are we taking a look at today, Shad?
Shadowverse.
What's Batman theme song now?
I don't know.
I'm trying the Batman animated intro one.
How about we just start? Do we start, Shad? So what are we taking a look at today, Shad? Yeah, you're Batman.
I'm Batman.
We're looking at Batman's gauntlets / sometimes they're braces, right? I think they make more sense as an integrated gauntlet.
I don't.
Deal. I reckon they do.
Spike braces.
Why would I want braces?
Well, that's what they are in like Batman Begins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in a lot of the different films, a lot of different media, he has this design.
So we need to get something out of the way first and foremost, right? Rule of cool, go to town. For the cool factor, give it to Batman. Batman's awesome. He's edgy. He's got spikes. Okay? Okay? That's the first thing we need to address. So with that understood, we need to acknowledge what this is I was almost going to call it desperate attempts, admirable attempts to make something that was added for aesthetics and just cool design to try and justify it in a practical way for whatever reason they could reach towards. That's what these where these
Usually
come from.
I would agree with you, but in this particular case, I'm going to disagree with you.
Really?
And the reason why, very specific context, is who Batman is. He's a brawling type character. He is not someone who fights with a sword. He's not someone who has a gun. Let's call his grappling hook a gun. But for example, if I went to punch you, Shad, I'm a crook, and I'm going to punch you.
Ouch. Ouch.
Ouch. Ouch. Steel onto my flesh right here. That's how you break a bone.
All right, so I hear what you're saying about the brawling, okay? But then I'm like, well, I mean, if he's willing to go into bladed weapons, there are many more efficient, effective bladed weapons that he could use over...
I agree, but remember, I find this hilarious. Batman has his no killing policy, which I think is just bullshit. Like, if I punch you in the head with brass knuckles, I mean, the chances of you dying, don't get me wrong, they're not 100%, but they're also not 0, right? And these gloves here, like, these are sparring gloves, right? But Batman does have these sorts of, like, knuckle-type deals.
I mean, there's the whole ethics behind it. If you killed Joker the first time, you would have saved multiple lives and things. So I actually kind of agree with you. There's a whole video we could do discussing the morality of that. But then there's the other side that the level of damage they show Batman doing in certain films would kill people. They're just dead.
Well, that's why I want to be very careful how I say
Batman v Superman?
Oh, don't get me like
that, you know?
Because the Batman fight scene in that.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
The Batman fight scene in that was good. That's how Batman would actually
But people died. People died.
Yeah, like legit, right? Not the film.
Yeah.
Just that specific fight scene. So when you take it into context, right? Batman is unarmed in terms of he doesn't have like necessarily a main offensive weapon. He does have like knuckle type things, which he punches people with.
You know, in the most recent Batman cartoon, sorry, not cartoon, most recent Batman comic book, Ultimate Batman or something like that, he has an axe.
Yeah, I've seen it, yeah. Anyway, it's
awful axe. But like, that's a deadly weapon, though.
Yeah, very deadly weapon.
So, okay.
It's not a main weapon, it's an additional supporting
because that's
item.
what I'm like. Then the other side is this really what it is? It's an attachment that he can use without any extra anything while he fights normally.
Yes. And don't get me wrong.
You know, that's an argument.
The offensive nature of this is interesting because, yeah, you could like kind of do like a backswing and that would
mess you up. Imagine.
But again, Batman's not necessarily trying to kill people.
That's the other thing, because like Batman, if you're willing to do a backswing into someone's face with this, that's lethal. Then just use a gun, man. Or I know he's traumatized by guns. A sword. You're a ninja. Okay.
So when I think about it more in a defensive context, where he's still just punching people, but at the same time, if you are cornered, you have multiple people trying to swing on you. The moment I try, like I'm not going to swing like this. I'm going to swing like a big wide swing. that is going to destroy the attacker's arm instantly.
And that would be effective. I agree.
Very effective.
There is another practical utility, and it is in defense against bladed weapons.
Yes.
Because he doesn't have a sword to defend against bladed weapons. Yes. So if a sword comes in, he has a metal attachment that can block and potentially hook.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's actually feasible.
Yes. I did try it with a straight blade, and it did nothing. Like, it could not get any.
I don't think it'll hook. No, but it'll block.
No. But on a curved blade, single-edge blade, it was able to not apply the same sort of torque that a sword breaker would, nowhere near that, but enough that you could get it out of the way.
Well, guess what, Tyranth? We have swords.
We do.
And we have this.
But you're exhausted.
I'm willing to do it.
Okay, all right.
That's the Batman tune. The animated one. This is the bad guy, right? That right there, like a backhander like that.
Yeah.
And that's not hard to pull off, right? Instead of elbowing someone, and elbow, very common attack, just a little bit shorter, and you get the spike.
Well, yeah.
That's deadly. That is deadly.
And the reason why I think about these more in a defensive context is because if I'm standing here and I'm fighting someone and I'm throwing punches, right, to slice with these sorts of things, it means I need to punch past him to hit with there, and it just doesn't make a lot of sense.
I don't know. You could pull it off. Like, that's not hard to do,
But is that going to do more damage?
Like, if that's a blade, that is a blade.
Is that going to do more damage than a brass knuckle?
Oh, yeah,
or whatever
slashes.
Batman has?
A slash?
When he's trying to be non-lethal?
Well, when it's, no. Like, if you,
exactly.
Because that's the thing. Like, Batman, this is a weapon, all right? Like, I could see it justified as a defensive tool, but then he'll just have to be mindful to be careful to not kill people with them, because, like, I'm starting to come around. I'm starting to come around. I was more skeptical opening this in, but now wearing it and just going through basic,
Well, because where I lie on this is really simple. It doesn't take anything away.
No, that's what I mean. It's just an addition that you fight normally and you suddenly have an additional something.
Yeah. The only downside for Batman, I would say specifically, is that will get caught on his cape. But for a normal person who's not wearing a cape, you're fine.
Batman's really, really smart, Tyranth.
Yeah.
He's multi-aware of his surroundings. Yeah, Batman would handle it.
Yeah.
Like, you'd ask, how does Batman not get these hooked on his cape? And the answer is, he's Batman.
Yeah, sure thing. All right. Funnily enough, these are the exact swords that I used for this test, so the results should be identical. What did you want to start with?
You pick. I'm interested.
Well, we'll start with the interesting one first.
If you're unarmed versus a sword, right, that's a big problem. Any contact usually is an injury.
Yes, but remember, Batman is technically armored from head to toe for the most part.
I mean, yes, though if we go off Batman Begins, his armor wouldn't stop a knife.
Right. Well, in the Batman Begins, that's where he uses this thing a lot. And one of the things
specifically
is
the fight with Ra's al Ghul.
Ra's al Ghul. Yeah.
Raz, Raish. One thing I have to call bullcrap on, him breaking Raish's sword. No, you're not breaking a sword. Just let's get that out of people's minds right now. No, don't. I know. I see you in the comment going, but no. But Batman, no, he's not a superhuman. You're not breaking a sword with the leverage that no. Okay, that's done. We're moving on.
Okay, so if I was to go for a strike here.
So you reckon what, like, hang on.
I am being compliant.
Yeah.
Now, you're not going to be able to do this.
No.
However, transition when it makes contact from the weak to the strong of this and turn it at the same time.
So what? This week's exclusive is an interesting discussion on sword quality, because we've talked about it in the past, but there are new examples that are just what's going on. And we have a new sword that you haven't seen in particular that I'm a little upset about, because I don't have it. And you'll get to hear the discussion in this week's exclusive, and you get access to that and all the exclusive content for just $1, starting at $1 a month. And that's what's saving us. That is what's sustaining us. And if you want to help ensure getting this content, and guys, it's just getting worse and worse here on YouTube. And so it is that support that is only enabling us to keep going. And if you want to help us out, you get all these exclusive videos, and this week's one is a really interesting one. Hope to see you there.
You move it in to my strong and apply leverage.
See, I don't know, it's just falling out. See? Because my natural motion wants to do this, and then I got something, but you can get it out too easy.
But again, this is, like I said, it's not necessarily going to be like a sword breaker.
Yeah.
But if I was to strike here, you block that, you move into my measure and do that, my sword is tied up.
I don't know.
You got to put it on the right way, but yeah.
Like, only a bit.
Yeah, like I can take that out.
Yeah.
But remember, you have another fist there.
Exactly. What this is really good for is not locking a sword, but controlling it, kind of moving it aside. Like if you come in, right, I just do this, like that's an easy push, right? Without these hooks, you would just slide and you could still hit me.
And remember.
So without hooks, slide, blade come in. With hooks, push it aside.
Now, just step forward when you do it, right? So if I'm here, like, yeah, I can retreat my blade, but he's already...
The blade's already taken out and you got the counter.
Yeah. Now let's try it with this, because this is the one where it just don't do nothing.
Okay.
I'll be a little bit softer, because this one has more mass on it.
I mean, still doing this.
But like, there's nothing actually holding it there.
Oh, hey, look at this, look at this. Damn it.
Like if I wanted to retreat this one, I could a lot quicker.
I don't know, like
there's no grip.
Like if I'm moving in and I'm Batman.
Yes. If you directly block it and push forward at the same time, I think there is a good chance you can launch a counterattack against your opponent. But I wouldn't say they're nowhere near the level of like a sword breaker. Which actually applies a lot of torque to it. This one you kind of need to get your technique down. And then you can do something with it, which I think for Batman, who is unarmed,
does
make sense.
He can do something in addition that without this, he would not have been able to do, which is a benefit. And it doesn't cause any real detriments apart from making his arms heavier, but that gives a bit more mass in his punches. And Batman is Batman, he's strong. So I don't actually see any real detriments.
Yeah.
That Batman wouldn't be able to handle.
Yeah. I know a lot of people might bring up things like grappling with it and stuff. Yeah, I think it would be terrifying to grapple with.
You would not want, Batman's fine, anyone else? Like that would these could potentially cause people to withdraw from a grapple and then become more compliant or easier to handle for Batman. Like this gives him the spikes, because he usually has spikes on his legs as well. Sometimes shoulder, depends on the artist.
Well, the biggest one for me is the punch, right? Because like, for example, if I'm going to punch Chad, right, this is proper technique. But goons, criminals, people who don't know how to punch, they usually just swing like this.
And then the big...
And doing that is just like, man, your arm is gone.
And Batman, he doesn't want to kill, but I could see him maiming, injuring.
Yeah.
And so that would injure someone's hand, but an injury like that could be so shocking and severe that the criminal...
On the wrist.
I know, the criminal could just be like, done. It's over. It's like, and it's taken out. So, and he didn't even need a strike. That was just him blocking. They injure themselves on his spikes.
Self-defense.
Yeah.
Just keep your hands up and block and you're good to go.
These are becoming more and more vindicated the more we analyze and discuss them, honestly.
The only thing that I think we would probably disagree on is you said you want them as braces.
Yeah.
I like them as gauntlets.
Why? Because you can control the angle a bit better?
Because you can control the angle. Also, when you wear braces, depending how nice they are, I don't like how they bunch up on my wrist. I really don't like that.
See, I don't mind, because, all right, interesting thing. I've worn braces, my red ones that I put on, right?
They're foam.
Same thing. I've worn metal ones as well.
Metal ones suck.
The redirecting, because they're so tight on the wrist, I get the same amount of redirecting on my braces as these gloves.
Maybe this is just a personal preference thing, but I much prefer having a full integrated gauntlet where it's all attached as one. It's easy, it's nicer to wear, it's more protection on the wrist itself, and at the same time, there isn't any exposed area, I guess.
It would be easier for Batman to put on if it was just a gauntlet.
As well, yeah.
Yeah, he just like slips it all on, ready to go. So in The Dark Knight, these changed.
They're, in all the films, they're very slightly different. Slightly different
but
profiles.
in The Dark Knight, they looked thinner and they were made to project and shoot off.
Oh yeah, the little
shooty things. Don't like them.
I don't like that either.
Like, he's just like, you've got batarangs, you don't need, and it feels like it weakens the utility of the bracer.
I love batarangs. It's like, we're non-lethal. Here's my throwing knife.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
He uses it to knock out lights, Tyranth.
Yeah. When he throws the batarangs at people's heads to knock them out. Yeah. Sure thing.
But overall, Batman spiked gauntlets, vindicated. Thumbs up. I think they're actually practical. They have a very useful purpose for what Batman does to enhance his combative ability without creating too many detriments. And again, all he has to do is fight pretty much the same. He just has more options now.
Yeah, like these ones here, this weighs probably about the same as a 16-ounce glove. Like they're actually not, they don't add really anything.
It's actually not that bad. And like people will say, well, if you're going to do this, what about brass knuckles? He kind of already has them.
Yeah, he has them. Like if you look at a lot of his armor designs, he usually has something.
Metal, usually.
These are not metal. These are hard plastic.
But Batman usually has metal right there. And then you say, well, why doesn't Batman put spikes on his knuckles? That reduces his options.
And that's deadly.
It's deadly. And with this, he has the option of hitting with the fist, which is less deadly, or hitting with the spike, deadly, and he has the option.
So I still think of it as more, not even hitting with the spikes, just defensive.
Because what's great about this, you hold your arms up in defensive and looks what's facing forward.
Yeah.
The spikes are facing forward, even in just a standard defensive kind of thing. They're perfectly situated.
Yeah.
Like, these are cool. These are great. I like them. I've come fully around.
We've got some water bottles. We'll smack them real quick.
I'm happy about this. Usually the things that were added for rule of cool and then they try and justify it practically fail in pop culture and stuff. This is not one of those times.
Well, I think this kit in general could be useful for like most things, right? Mm-hmm. But specifically for Batman, because he is fighting armed people where he has to close the distance.
Yeah.
And this is like a very visceral defensive option.
It's intimidating as well.
I think that's what
look at the profile when Batman's approaching people. You just have these spikes right there. That looks friggin' awesome.
Yeah.
That's why you need a second pair. But all right. So we got the water bottles. Batman is there, just like, oh. I don't know what I hit it on, honestly.
No, you just elbowed that.
Did I just elbow it?
Yeah.
I want to get it right there. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
That actually ripped it in half. Holy crap.
Yeah.
That's
why I say that backswing is like crazy.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Because like a spinning back fist is a legitimate technique, and with something like that, holy
damn.
One thing I do like about them, which I was able to test, is they work really well at like climbing and hooking onto things.
Do they?
Yeah. So
because he used that like that in the Batman.
In the ice, yes. That I 100% buy as well.
Batman Begins.
They go in one way, and then they're very easy to pull out that the opposite way. So,
but you reckon for actual like climbing, like
I don't think they would be able to like take your full body weight.
Oh, they should.
I reckon if you're sliding on ice like he is in that film,
very specific.
Yeah, but like that's how they're shown, and in that specific context,
well, because
they would work.
Because here's the thing: this isn't actually supposed to be a Batman weapon. It's supposed to be a ninja weapon.
Well, I mean,
would the ninja use them? Maybe.
I reckon. Yeah.
Maybe.
I reckon. They're ninjas.
Yeah, and they have specific use cases. Yeah, I could say plausible with that.
But yeah.
All right.
I dig them.
Yeah, I do.
They are like practical.
These are really cool.
Yeah. And the more you apply them specifically to Batman, the more you're like, you know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go. Anything else?
We need to end off this video. I'm Batman.